the majority of first-team reps in practice this week. So Bird Ficklin is ready to go.
Buck Buchanan sends it deep. Colorado won the coin toss and deferred, and that means
really confident in what this young quarterback can do.
Corey Rogers, the running back. They'll flip it to Daniel Bray. We saw this play a week ago against BYU. You want to talk about slippery, the tackle made by Jeremiah Brown, a gain of 12. 13 for the Utes can get after.
I tell you what, Daniel Bray is someone that is he made a difference against BYU a week ago.
Send him in motion. Ficklin keeps it. Has some real estate into plus territory. Up to the races. And the true freshman quarterback on play number 2 reaches the end zone.
His first career start. You think he's going to hand it off to the running back, so you're going to see defensive end Arden Walker crash really hard, and everybody's eyes on defense goes inside to the running back Corey Rogers. Well, with all of those defenders crashing inside, you see the gaping lane outside on the perimeter for Bird Ficklin, and he goes the distance untouched. This Utah rushing attack is already so difficult to just try to slow down, but when you give a gaping hole like you just saw for the Utes, I mean, that's just too easy at the beginning of the game for the true freshman quarterback.
Took all of 37 seconds that opening possession. And you and I both wondered, how will this team respond after losing against BYU?
What he's doing inside Pat Shermer's offense that game against the Cyclones.
Lost the handle on the pigskin. And tackled in the backfield. And you wonder what the nerves would be like as Ficklin this time is going to be corralled behind the line of scrimmage. Jeremiah Brown met him, and they're going to lose a yard or two as running backs tonight for CU. And Michael, a touch, busting through the line ahead towards the 46. So a good gain on first down. Benny, a tackle. And a gain of 6 for the Buffaloes.
And they also bring the 4th most pressure. You have to have a plan against man.
Salter gets rid of it quickly, tumbling down into plus territory. The grab by Quentin Gibson. So the freshman out of Fort Worth, Texas. Miller, the running back, now serving in pass protection. Salter goes down. The shoestring tackle back at the 40 by Trey Reynolds. First full sack of the season. That's a loss of 12.
Well, when you're playing the Utes, what do you have to be prepared for? Man coverage and pressure. And you're going to see Trey Reynolds. He's going to come from his outside linebacker position here, just untouched off the edge. You cannot hold on. You know how athletic he is, but when it comes to third down, obvious passing situations, can he make the plays he needs to?
And it's a fake punt. The Utes have a first down and a lot more. Dallin Bentley. Well, that's one way to do it. A little trickery. And a gain of 25 yards.
When you're playing a Kyle Whittingham football team, you have to be ready for trickery on special teams. This is the starting tight end, Dallin Bentley. Watch how he just brought out their pass rush front. Don't be surprised if Utah tries to combat that by running the football.
Ficklin keeps it with a crease and right at the line to gain. That is enough for the first down. A perfect 9 for 9 in 5 games as a backup. He's 0 for 5 to start his first game as a huge starter. And tumbling down towards the 30. It'll be 4th down from there. Now decision time for Kyle Whittingham. Byer the tackle. 54-yarder in the Rose Bowl. Wind certainly is a factor. And Curtis drives it right through, extending the Utes' advantage. Plenty of distance and a powerful stroke.
How about that kick by Dylan Curtis, and the confidence Kyle Whittingham puts in his true freshman kicker, elected to go for. The Aggies are rolling.
Big possession for CU. Michael spun down. He's going to lose 2. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
That was a really good job by Jonathan Hall getting in there against all this man coverage Utah likes to play.
Salter, the starter, again retreats off the back foot. Nowhere close to the line to gain. And sent down quickly was Sincere Brown.
He's the man calling the shots for this Utah offense. I think he has done a tremendous job coming over from New Mexico.
Yeah, coming in from the Lobos. There goes Parker. Wayshawn, show me the way to the end zone. A 58-yard touchdown run for the Utes. And Utah in business at home tonight.
Okay, if you're going to play a too-high safety defense, it's numbers advantage to the offense. You're going to see a great block by the tight end, Dallin Bentley. And then here's Lomu, the left tackle, with an outstanding kick-out block. Too-high safety look. The box advantage numbers go to Utah. And then obviously Wayshawn Parker does a tremendous job when he gets out to the open field, making one miss. He does the rest, hits his head off the goalpost. And right now, that's 2 touchdown runs for the Utes that the Buffaloes have just made way too easy.
From 63 and 58 yards out, respectively. One by the quarterback making his first career start. The other by Wayshawn Parker just seconds ago. I want to ask you, too. Just 2 losses. The path is there, albeit complicated. Cam Michael racing across the 30. A good gain on first down. And Coach Prime reminded us last night on first down.
Getting to the line of scrimmage really quick. You got to expect a quarterback sneak.
There it is, the dive. And Salter picks up the first down. A 2-yard pickup on 3rd and short.
He said, I took that pass in practice a couple days ago.
Yeah, he stole it on the attempted tunnel screen. Open receiver, and the pass is going to be intercepted. Teo Johnson, his second pick of the season.
Here's going to be Teo Johnson. You're going to see he's going to play a deep half in cover 2, and your cornerback is going to play up here. Running backs on a go route. Caden Salter just put his eyes on the cornerback, Elijah Davis. You can see him staring at that corner. He has no idea where the safety, Teo Johnson, is. Stares down that go route, even pump fakes.
The Utes are up 17-0. And the freshman quarterback has yet to complete a pass until now. Bray's got it, and he's got a first down. Daniel Bray is so shifty. I mean, he's only 190 pounds, if that. He's America's 6th best rushing offense this season. Adding to that total, there's Parker. Through a lane across the 40 into plus territory. The Utes on the move again.
Huge opportunity for Colorado to get off the field.
Bray, a little orbit motion, the ball pops out, and who jumped on top? Buffaloes think they have it. If so, they'll set up shop in plus territory, and let's see. John Henry Daly getting lathered up, 3rd and long. Salter again off the back foot, and nobody home. That pass without a receiver within 25 yards. You wonder, could that be intentional grounding?
I think it's going to be a safety. It's going to be intentional grounding and a safety. We've talked about it. You have to have a plan against
BYU. It's been a struggle just because those games are so physical. Ficklin, a beautiful keep on the move again. The stutter step into CU territory. Well, the fake to Daniel Bray caught Colorado looking the other direction, a gain of 20.
Well, watch what the fake to Daniel Bray does to a defense. It gets all eyes running there, and then you get 2 pulling offensive linemen by Utah. This is just a thing of beauty by Jason Banks.
Bray, the running back. Ficklin already with 98 rush yards. Pass is caught by Davis off the spin. And shoved out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Well, Davis in traffic with Finisette. And a gain of 28.
Talk about threading the needle. I thought cornerback 29, Ivan Yates, was going to come up to Davis and maybe pick this football or just take it from him, but great concentration.
UAB, then New Mexico, now here with the Utes. Bray motions out. Ficklin delivers a strike towards the front pylon. Buchanan into the end zone from 22 yards out. 3rd touchdown of the season for the freshman tight end from Henderson, Nevada. And Buchanan gets it done here.
Well, listen, there might have been some concern for Utah fans with Devin Dampier out of the game. But with Bird Ficklin at the helm, this Utah football team is firing on all cylinders.
Salter, the slant pattern. It's there. Right at the line to gain for Sincere Brown. Pickup of 12, and the chains will move.
He's been one of the best coordinators in America going on a decade now.
Lasso down in the backfield. John Henry Daly. And a loss of a yard leads. And even with a freshman quarterback, a lot can happen in his growth and development.
How about that? A little wildcat. That was the running back, Wayshawn Parker. He's done a great job managing the game and executing this offense.
They'll roll him out, and the left-hander delivers. That's a strike into plus territory. Buchanan. It's freshman on freshman. McPherson, the wrong end of that collision. Ficklin takes off. get back to the original line of scrimmage on 2nd down and long. Box is light again. Ficklin thought about throwing it. Now takes off. The jump cut and a first down. He slides in safely at the 30. Now Ficklin found a way again. The rush yards continue to stockpile. That's 13 more.
I tell you what, this true freshman is
against Cal Poly, and just getting him more reps and more confidence. Over the left side, Ficklin, another first down. He enrolled in the spring, and she has been so incredible as we check in again with Stormy.
To play through the whistle, but when a defender's out of bounds, you can't block him. That's exactly what happens on that last play.
Switch sides with Ficklin. And another touch, corralled quickly and driven down. That's a TFL. So on the first down play, Arden Walker, who's had some moments tonight. You can see 16 under 7 to play and a 26-point lead for the Utes. And Ficklin able to escape 2 tackles, but not a third. Stopped at the 36.
I'll tell you what, this freshman.
And the Utes with their longest drive of the game in terms of time of possession at this point, approaching 5 minutes. Ficklin zips it. Pass is caught. Was he in bounds? The answer is yes. The far side grab. DeMatha High School, known for its basketball, an outstanding athletic program. Here's Ficklin, a little shake and bake inside the 10. It'll be 3rd down and short, and Utah inside the 10-yard line once again. The Rhino, Rogers, the running back. It's a power look. Rogers maintains his balance and plows over the 5. He'll pick up the first down. It's 1st and goal from the 4. Same look. Rogers again off the right side to the edge, into the end zone again for the Utes. The dominant first half by Utah continues. 60 yards in 16 plays.
Well, this is power football.
Atkins moves in motion into the slot, top of the screen. Salter again to his right. Salter gonna be sacked. A whistle to play dead back at the 5-yard line. And again, the Utes defense, Jonathan Hall, a race to the quarterback.
They haven't, and here's the same exact thing. Utah brings pressure. Colorado doesn't have an answer. Caden Salter has nowhere to go with the football. I mean, you got to give a lot of credit to Utah, how relentless this defense is playing. The game plan put together by Morgan Scalley, but boy, Colorado, Robert Livingston, just a little too late.
Parker, the running back, he motions out quickly. Ficklin towards the end zone. And there it is again, another touchdown. Larry Simmons from 20 yards out.
Well, the freshman quarterback, Ficklin, just having himself a night. Larry Simmons does a great job on the outside, winning versus man coverage on Tion Parks. This is just a basic go route in the red zone. I love the location of the throw. Makes it easy on the wide receiver. And Simmons did a fantastic job of separating for his true freshman quarterback.
Buffs with -8 total yards in the half. Salter, it's going to be a little bit more after that. It's Jonathan Hall again. 2nd sack of the game.
Pin back. Fano's going to get the party started. He gets to the quarterback first, and then Jonathan Hall, you mentioned it, Roy. He's going to clean it up and get his defense off the field.
I mean, Logan Fano, John Henry Daly are asking, where's ours? And
thank you.
The linebackers off the edge. Fano gets a hand on Salter for a moment, and then Hall.
Very few negative plays for Utah tonight.
40-point lead with 1 timeout. Ficklin to the perimeter. And he'll dance out of bounds, crossing the 30.
You know, at some point, and probably sooner rather than later, to a 5-man front. Caden Salter, be ready for pressure.
Again, here it comes, and there it goes. Another sack. Fano, Lea'ea in a race to the quarterback, sandwich Salter down.
They rotate down to a 5-man front. That gets all 5 offensive linemen in a one-on-one situation, and then you get the linebacker Jonathan Hall able to wrap around the end and get to Caden Salter. Morgan Scalley calling a really good game.
It's a loss of 7 more yards. And Brock, you mentioned it about 5 minutes ago in terms of actual game time.
They were really confident coming in tonight.
Pressure off the edge, and the punt was blocked by the Utes. Jackson Benny broke through the line of scrimmage.
For just a sophomore, he has been absolutely outstanding. Started the season as a nickelback, then due to injuries, had to go back to the safety position, even played some offense early on. And what else can he do? Hey, coach, I'm going to go make some plays on special teams. I tell you what, this guy, his instincts. Utah shut that down from the get-go with the opening series, but you got to go in, you got to challenge your guys, you got to try to get something better in the second half.
Dominant on offense, also on defense, and at the end of the half on special teams.
Salter, do you let him continue to work this out? He said we could see it.
Ryan Staub, the backup, we saw him as a starter as recently as the Houston game on the road. Game in which CU trailed by just 2 at halftime of that contest.
That went on to the NFL. But Deion Sanders said it this summer. He felt like this was a better football team than the one he had a season ago that won 9 games.
It's certainly a different team. Salter escapes, and this is what he can do. It's the first time we've seen it tonight. Wasn't a design quarterback run, but he's got the wheels, and if you give him an inch, he'll give you 25 yards like he did there.
There's some life out of Colorado, and Stormy said it to us. Deion Sanders challenged his team. Making something out of nothing.
And Colorado now on the positive side of the ledger in terms of total offense. Michael Welch had to retreat to receive the screen. He's going to lose at least 5. The stop by Blake Cotton.
With the inconsistencies from that position this season.
3rd and 13. Here comes the heat. Salter steps up again, straight ahead. And spun down close to the line to gain. It's going to be 4th and about a yard. Jonathan Hall.
Don't get a dress up this year, unfortunately, Roy.
Ficklin, little RPO action. And stepping out is Ryan Davis. A good throw.
I did a little John Daly last year.
Gets the start. First of his career. Gains some more confidence. Bentley picks up a first down. And so now, entering November, you have Bert Ficklin.
Since he arrived on campus in the winter, when you're able to be here for spring ball as a true freshman quarterback, that is huge. That is everything. And you see Colorado here doing a great job bringing pressure on 3rd down.
Simi Taulonga playing that Rhino position, was recruited as a defensive tackle. Into the flats. Ficklin still on the field and shoved out of bounds inside the 40.
And I love that you mentioned that.
For the tractor trailer Simi Taulonga. It is what makes college football so special.
Just trying to figure out a way to defend the big fellas.
3rd down and long. Ficklin fires a strike. Get a second grab for Whittemore. And Creed Whittemore diving inside the 30. A 7-yard gain on 3rd down and long. And at the top of the uprights. And this kick on the way just slices right through the breeze. Dead center cut. It would be an incredible story if those teams continue to win games. And Vanderbilt handles its business today against Mizzou. A couple of penalty flags come in late.
It's going to be a horse collar. But you're going to try to build some momentum going into next season. That's a tough slate.
Cam Michael in the flats. One-handed grab. Lasso down. He's going to lose 2 on 3rd and 5.
Going 2 and 5 in those contests. I thought he really flashed some big time potential. Had some issues with turnovers.
Parker on the move. The direct snap again. Wayshawn to midfield and then some. And Wayshawn Parker over 100 yards rushing with that scamper. Give him 49. And now Bert Ficklin with a $150 on the ground. Parker approaching that same number.
What a night by Wayshawn Parker using.
Breeze has died down, connected from 53 earlier in the game, 54 earlier this season. And that went about 5 yards short.
He's Morgan Scalley and his defensive staff. I tell you what, they put together a heck of a game plan tonight for these Buffaloes.
Crease for Cam Michael and towards midfield. Try to generate some momentum going into next week with Arizona coming to Boulder. Screen to Brown. Sincere Brown rumbling inside the 35. So Ryan Staub.
Nowhere to go with the football. Staub does a great job using his legs to pick up a first down.
So Brock now the deepest penetration by Colorado in this game. Michael to the outside. Rock Caldwell met him there.
There is no question what play is coming next.
Staub across the goal line and into the end zone. And Colorado finally on the scoring board. And your Arizona State Sun Devils, of course, just 1 year ago, Colorado and A&M.
How about that?
That's a fun question.
Man, that fires me up.
Quentin Gibson, a lot of targets tonight for Colorado. And still alive is Cam Michael. And quite a burst in this fourth quarter for this offense, and you wonder what that means against Arizona next week.
37 yards. Now, I get it. It wasn't all on him, but you can't deny the spark that Staub has brought to the offense anytime he's been on the field this year.
And Miller, when he gets the ball in his hands, this young group of wide receivers for a bit and some rare time off in the middle of the season. Then the physical week of practice leading into this game. Left edge run to the 44.
Encouraging nobody more than Bird Ficklin. It has been so cool to see those two interact here.
Nate Johnson, Wildcat quarterback, straight ahead. Nate on the move towards the end zone. And the Utes strike again from 56 yards out. Transfer from Vanderbilt. Nate Johnson, a little 6'7", and why not?
Well, how about this run by the redshirt junior Nate Johnson? But you gotta once again give so much credit to this Utah offensive line, the tight ends, everybody involved in this run game, blocking. See the celebration there by Johnson.
It is as dynamic as any player in America. Staub's going to be sacked. 6th sack of the game by the Utes defense. Elijah Ellis.
Navy putting together another outstanding season.
Another sack. Back of the 24. Down goes Staub. Cash Dillon. Sack number 7 of the night. Here at Rice Eccles, 1 week from tonight. Bryce Duke, second carry into plus territory.